from beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Miami Dolphins. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in week 3. From his end zone, here's Tremon Smith. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's McLaughlin. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. A good start. One play, 10 yards. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, it turned into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. You talk about this Miami defense. They were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
That's a jet sweep. Wilson with a little pop pass. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively, because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet.
Well, they get back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
On second down, here's Wilson. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Anytime you sack Russell Wilson, that's a win for the defense. But to get him here on his opening drive of the ballgame, that's a really big win for that defense.
And the goal every week, keep him in the pocket. Don't let him get to the perimeter, because when he's in the open field, not only can he hurt you, but also you lose sight of receivers downfield, and they'll hurt you with big plays.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker, and it's 4th.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on second down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Now the rookie 3rd-round pick, it's Devon Achane. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. But you look at this Bronco defense. Well, they were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
No matter what coverage was called, they were in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. I mean, they were running the routes with them. Turned out they were right there on every single ball thrown and came away with 5 interceptions.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. A-chain here. They stay on the ground. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. This defense for the Broncos, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. Step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards, the final tally. Here's Tua. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. The Dolphins at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind is certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL. And a good-looking run there as they take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line.
That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
This throw caught right around the 6. And the Dolphins are going to have first and goal coming up as he's out of bounds right around the 5-yard line. Running left, it's A-Chain. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
Hey, 21,
From the gun, it's Tua. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Tua now, 3rd and goal. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyler Kroft, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Dolphins will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. And he'll power his way up near the 25. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 4 from the 24. Again, here's Pirine. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. A gain of 5. First down, Denver.
On first down, Wilson. That's complete. It's Greg Dulcich. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 24 yards.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
Hey, 0-0-0. Go.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And the Dolphins are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
You still hold your breath a little as a defense when Tua gets out of the pocket. You're worried about him scrambling and getting a first down. But there, he made the wise call. If there's nothing downfield, just throw it away.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
20, TX. Yeah.
Tua going to throw. He'll let this go deep for Waddle. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for the Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize, but when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way into the end zone, that's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your first catch, take it to the house. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
And it's still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively. And, Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation because with that type of a lead, they feel like they can take a few more chances and be even more aggressive. And it's been paying off for them so far this game.
It's a pickup of 8 yards to move them into a 3rd and 13 here.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
3rd down and 13. And the tight end goes in motion left. Third and long, it's Wilson. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12. Here's Riley Dixon now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now Hill to return it. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10.
At the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A gain of 32 that time.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Tua sets up to pass it. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Cedric Wilson from 3 yards out. And the Dolphins have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball? Or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary. Or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they'll continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
Out of the end zone comes Smith. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
Looked like a pretty smart decision that time to keep the football by the quarterback.
It was because you saw how the runner got swarmed. So you've got to pull the ball from his arms, keep it yourself, and get what you can. And the most underrated player on this play is the running back. Because even if he doesn't have the ball, he has to act like he does in order to attract the defense.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They go play action now. Wilson. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes.
Emmanuel Ogbah that time able to drop him for a loss. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
It's 3rd and long now for Wilson and the Broncos after that sack.
Go, 14. Check. Alert.
Looking to throw. Wilson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Bradley Chubb. That's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up 4th down.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game.